What's up with glass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and now I'm back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. This one right here is titled Marvin's Final Mistake, Rock's Decision, and Marvin's Fatal Mistake. Final but fatal mistake. So basically, what I'm going to be talking about in this particular video is basically Rock is going to be given is going to have to make another major decision, which she has done throughout the entirety of this show, making decisions for herself and her family, whether people like it or not. She's the one always making the tough decisions, and she's gonna have another one on her hands this up and coming episode. And pretty much y'all already should know kind of what I'm hitting at if you watched the episode 9 trailer. But I'm gonna be talking about that and how the mistakes that Marvin has made could potentially lead to his death. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right on in it. So to start things off, we're going to go ahead and share the episode 9 synopsis to go ahead and give us a little bit up to speed, for the people who haven't seen it. And I'm pretty sure most of us at this point has, especially if you've been following my channel. But either way, I'm still going to share it just to refresh people's memory. Now, just for the sake of it, just letting you know, guys, know the title of this one is wrong. The actual title of this episode is Pickaboo. So if you ask me, that's very revealing, but I'll touch on that in another video. But anyways, it reads that Kanan, suspicious of Rock's involvement, investigates Crystal's disappearance. Rock faces fallout from Unique's retaliation and Marvin's mistake. So that's the part I really want to touch on. Marvin has made a mistake, right? So as we know, Marvin has made several mistakes throughout the entirety of this show. Some small and some major. But in this particular point, he has made a major mistake, and I think it could lead to it being fatal. And some of us might be wondering what could be that mistake. So in my opinion, the mistake that Marvin, the fatal mistake that he made potentially that cost him his life is none other than this here. This is the reason why we got that promo scene. I know it fooled a lot of us because a lot of us thought it was famous in the beginning, but of course it turned out to be Early Tyler's cousin, Londale. And the reason why I'm saying this is the fatal mistake, because if you can remember in the last episode, Marvin paid Early Tyler a visit after he got the information from Stefano that, they basically took out a made man. And, Marvin went there to confirm it. And of course, Early told him that him and his cousin Londale took the guy out. So Rock told Marvin he needs to take both of them out. But as you can see, if you saw in last episode, Marvin was like, Early keeps things close. He's not going to say anything. So basically, he ultimately decided to take out Early's cousin, but not Early. And that is the major mistake. Rock warned him. He said, you need to take both of them out. But like she said, he wanted to keep that work coming back that he was getting from the Early, so much to the point that he made a very careless mistake and left early around, not knowing, like, bro, that is his cousin. Not exactly sure how close they are, but bro, that is his cousin. So you took out his cousin, and now Early just might want revenge. And keep in mind, Early is one of the people, he's one of the only people probably on the show right now that can completely get the drop on Marvin, and he'll never see it coming. And I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how all of this can turn out. But first, I want to go to the previous mistakes that Marvin has made in the past to kind of help you get to the speed. So as we know, his first major one, because like Roxy mentioned it also in last episode, that he didn't learn his lesson messing with the Italians the first time. Remember, he hired Sal's son, Marco, to do a job, and it went wrong. Now, to be real, that's kind of not Marvin's fault. He just hired the guy to do the job. The guy wasn't able to successfully complete the mission without, getting put down himself. And of course, Sal wanted blood, and Rock had to make a decision, her brother or going to war, right? Now, we all know how that played out. She chose Marvin. She also chose him when Malcolm Howard was trying to sell him out. So the question is, will Rock stay loyal to Marvin again? Because as we know, in episode 9 trailer, Stefano is going to try to flip her, just like he tried to do Marvin. Now, here's another mistake that Marvin has made. The moment Stefano stepped to Marvin and tried to get him to flip on Rock, he should have told Rock immediately. Like, he should have told her, look, Stefano talked to me about replacing you and moving you to the side. Now Rock would have known how to move, because let's be real, Rock is smarter than Marvin. She would have known how to move from there, and then he wouldn't be in the predicament that I believe is coming. So, as we know, Stefano's gonna tell Rock that Marvin, stepped to him about replacing her. When in actuality, like I just explained, and they showed it was the opposite. Now, the question is, will Rock believe him? In my opinion, I believe she won't, but it could make her very skeptical about Marvin, because why didn't he, I'm pretty sure she's gonna tell Marvin, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna step to Marvin later and be like, yo, Stefano stepped to me and said that you talked to him about stepping it up and trying to replace me. Is there any truth to this? And Marvin's gonna let her know that this is BS. He actually stepped to me and tried to get me to replace you. But see, now it's hearsay. And Rock's gonna wanna know, why didn't you tell me this information, sooner? Because let's be real, Marvin, throughout this entire season, has been keeping secrets from her. Like, he didn't tell her that he was doing side jobs with Stefano. So now it's looking fishy. And like I've been telling y'all since the beginning, this entire season is going to be Rock's life is going to be dealing with the boy who cried wolf. So I could see a situation where, since Marvin has kept secrets from her a lot of times, let's think about it. Twice with Kanan, he didn't tell her, like the one with the bad crack, he hid that from her. When the stash house got hit in season 1, he hid that from her. Like, Marvin has kept secrets. So it wouldn't be exactly wrong for Rock to question whether or not this is true or not. But like I said, in my opinion, I think she's going to stay loyal to her family, and she's not going to believe it. Now, we did hear in the trailer that Rock telling Stefano, well, it looks like to be Stefano, because you know how these trailers are, but it did seem like she said, you're loyal to your family and I'm loyal to mine. So it seems like she's going to absolutely stay loyal to her family, which I believe she will. But you do know these trailers are very manipulative. They could be making us believe that, but in actuality, that's not the case. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and give how I could potentially see this all going down. So I think in Marvin and Rock's next meeting, more than likely, she's going to tell Marvin, look, you've been making a lot of mistakes and these Italians are gunning for you. They're not going to let you go. You need to run. I think she's going to tell Marvin to get out of town. More than likely, that is going to be the case. Now, like I said, that's going to be the case. Marvin's going to be looking to get out. She's going to tell him, look, don't tell nobody where you're going. Just get out of town, and I can reach out to you once all of the smoke clear and we're able to deal with things here. But things are too dangerous for you right now. But it's kind of crazy because, Marvin is a soldier and he doesn't seem like the type to run. And then, he's going to be leaving his family there because they're going to still have to face the fallout of what's going on. So why would he just leave to protect his own skin and leave his brother and his little brother and his little sister there to defend what he possibly have gotten him into? So I can't see Marvin just leaving like that, but I don't know. I'm trying to give a scenario, think of a scenario where Marvin could possibly survive this. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the early Tyler part of this, because because keep in mind, as of now, Stefano doesn't have any proof that it's him. But let's go back to early Tyler. Right? Now, like I said, early Tyler is the only one, in my opinion, that could get the drop on Marvin and he'll never see it coming. For one thing, Marvin isn't the smartest person. Let's just be real. He can do things that is smart, but he's not the most intellectual individual, right? So what I want to point out is that if you can remember in episode 3, Marvin asked Early if his auntie still worked for child service, basically. I think it's child service. So he told him yes, and of course, you remember Early, using his contacts through his auntie, was able to help Marvin connect with his goddaughter Amber, right? So due to Early, he was able to find her and relocate her, and he told her to reach out if anything ever happens to her. So I could see this scenario playing out 2 different ways. Either one, Early Tyler could remember this, because like I said, if Early Tyler is seeking revenge, he could reach out to Amber himself, because keep in mind, it was through his auntie that he was able to find him. So it's not going to be hard for Early Tyler to find the little girl himself. Reach out to her, possibly have her to say that she's in danger, and then once Marvin goes to try to save her, he ambushes him and sets him up. That is one of the scenarios that could happen. Now, the other, which I think is more than likely the case, is he's going to help reach out to Stefano and possibly manipulate it in some kind of way, making them believe that it was Marvin who took out the guy that Stefano has been looking for, and then they're going to be after him, right? And I believe a situation where Amber, because I do believe Amber is going to play a part in this. I don't know why, but it's got to be a reason that they had them have that scene earlier. And keep in mind, they was talking about being an orphan this particular episode too. And that's the reason why Marvin, it was the little Asian girl, her parents were killed. So he thought about the girl that became, Gerald's kid, who's also an orphan. So I believe that was foreshadowing that Jukebox will later on possibly become an orphan as well. But keep in mind, Jukebox is now legal age. She's grown. But still, that could be, the situation with her as well. So what's going to happen is on Marvin's way to leave town, she could reach out, right? Because he gave her number. He gave her his number and ultimately told her to reach out if she needed anything. So this scene here, we haven't seen it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's this coming episode. And it was part of the trailer, so more than likely this scene is going to mean something. And I believe what's going to be happening here is she's going to reach out and tell Marvin that the foster family that she's been staying with is possibly abusing her in some kind of way or something in that nature. Reason why I say this is because if you can remember, during this same scene here, he asked her, how does she like her new foster family? And she kind of gave her face and said, I miss Dad, right? So I think she was kind of trying to hide something. She didn't want to tell that maybe this guy has been abusing her in some kind of way until eventually things get so bad that she does reach out and Marvin comes to the rescue to, handle the guy. He kicks in the door here, and when he does, this is going to be the stepfather, the foster father or whatever, that is going to be attacking him. Ultimately, Marvin is going to take this guy out. Because we've seen him shoot the guy in the trailer. So we do know he's going to take this guy out. Now, what's going to happen after that is the real question. I can see it playing out two different ways. Either Marvin's going to get caught for the murder of this guy, or on his way leaving here, he could ultimately get caught up. Because keep in mind, like I said, he's supposed to, if the part where I said is true about what Rock may have told him to try to get out of town until the dust settle, he decides to go ahead and complete that with Amber and ends up getting wet up. Now, who could be the possible candidate? I think it's possible he could have enemies coming from two different places. Now, one we've already talked about, which is the mafia, the Italians, because of course Stefano is going to be at them. So they could potentially, because we did see a scene of what looks like to be Marvin's car getting shot up. So it could very well end up being him. Or if it's not the Italians, it could possibly turn out to be your boy Ito, which will be linked to Unique. Now, in my opinion, I want to go with that's not the case with this, because Raising Kanan loves to do a lot of pump fakes. It make it seem like somebody is about to get killed or got killed, and then later on you find out in the next episode it's revealed that they didn't die. So I could see them pulling that here, but they just make it look like it. Possibly even could get shot, but he could end up surviving. So there you have it, people. Those are the potential ways I could possibly see Marvin's fatal mistake leading to his death. So you guys definitely could let me know in the comments, could you possibly see your boy Marvin being taken out this coming season. Like I told y'all since the beginning, he was on my death predictions list. Then it kind of faded. Then it kind of increased. So it's kind of difficult to tell with him, but it wouldn't shock me at all if Marvin was to go. Now, I wouldn't like it because I don't want it to happen, but hey, it could very much be the case. But anyways, y'all definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. Could you possibly see him getting set up by early Tyler and the Italians take him out? Or could Unique potentially even be involved in it? Or perhaps another blast from the past that he didn't see coming? Let me know all of that and more in the comment sections. But like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment. Let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. Until the next video, I'm out.